Hello everyone, welcome once again. In the last episode, we have connected our Node.js program with the MySQL database. In this episode, we will be performing a number of SQL operations. Okay, so let's start from the place where we have left in the last episode. Okay, so let's create a new program db.read.js. So in this program, what we will be doing, I will be doing a number of read operation, database read operation. Okay, so let's begin here. So we will be doing one more time promise require bluebird. If you are unfamiliar, you can go to my last episode and revise the things. Okay, and we will also promisify the methods. Okay, so we are promisifying the methods of the MySQL module. Now we are creating a different methods for the read operation. So let's read all users. Okay, so I'm creating three different methods. Read all users, and here what I want to do, I want to read all the users. So how the process start? Let's const. Okay, like this. MySQL.create connection. And one more time we have to write we have to provide the information about our database like this. What we can do, we can write like this here, or what I'm thinking, can we create a one common object here? Const is equal to, let's suppose, db underscore config, something like this, and we can be reusing that again and again, so wherever you are. So this is the connection, const of connection. So we have done a little optimization, we can do it further optimization later. Connection dot connect, and we are calling what, connect async, and connection dot end and async. So we are done doing what, releasing the connection and connecting the, we are getting connection and releasing the connection. Now actual is what, here is the query. What is the query we are writing? Let's start with the very simple. Let SQL is equal to select all from user. Okay, and then what we can do, connection dot, okay, query. What query we are doing? Query async. Okay, since everything is we are doing what, async, what we can do, mark our method async, and let's for the operations to execute. Connection dot query async. What is the first parameter? SQL. Second parameter is the empty, which is optional, and we are getting the results. So we have done this exercise in our last episode also, and what we can do, we can print the value, or we can actually return the results at the end. Return the results. Okay, so how does this method? This method is very simple. It is reading all the user from the, okay, all the user from the user table, and we will make sure that our database server is up and running. Okay, by going to the, okay, so your PHP MyAdmin or Workbench must be up and running. Okay, so this we have already done in our last episode. Now let's do what? Let's create another query, read user by ID. Let's create another method, and we are marking all our methods what, asynchronous. And here now MySQL.create connection, that is we are writing again a different query, a read query, const connection, since we are not modifying this object. So what we do, connection dot connect. Connect method is the key, and always while connecting will end the connection, and async. And one more time I'm forgetting this, will mark all these what, wait for the getting the connection and wait for releasing the connection. Now here what we can do, we can read a query by ID. Let's write a query. Let SQL is equal to select all from user where ID is equal to, let's suppose, question mark. What we can do, we can avoid the spaces if required. Yeah, we'll avoid the spaces. So we have introduced a one question mark here. We have to understand this. This is a dynamic placeholder. Okay. Now, how we will assign the value for this dynamic placeholder? We can assign the value like this. Okay, connection dot query async. And how do we assign? First of all, we will assign the SQL. In our last episode, if you can look, the SQL and this parameter is what? Empty. What does this mean? Because we are not passing any, because there was no dynamic placeholder. Okay, here this value will be like 1, or what we can do 2. Whatever the value we will specify, that query will be executed. That value will go. So right now what we are doing here, at the place of ID we are passing the value of 2, and this will return what? Results. And since it is what? It is asynchronous in nature, what we can do, we can wait for the result. Why we are able to use await? Because we have marked our method async, and at the end what we can do, we can return the results. So now can we execute? Can we run this method? Okay, can we run this program? So let's call this program read user by ID. Okay, read user by ID. Okay, so how to read by user by ID? Okay, so we have to run this program. So let's go to the terminal and run the program node src main dot, sorry, it's not main.js, db rate.js. Okay, since we have not printed the value, what we can do, we can print the value also for the visualization purpose. Console.log is equal to what we can put results. Let's call the method one more time. Now you can see there is only one record has been returned, having id is what? 2. If we change the id from the 2 to, let's suppose 1, the output will be changed. Okay, this is 1, the output for this. So what we have done, we have rate all user, we have rate by ID. So now let's do what? Let's rate by query. Okay, there is one problem in this program. Right now the value is what? Hard coded in the SQL. So actually we should avoid that. So what we'll do, we'll pass some parameter here like input. Okay, and I will expect that input contains an ID. So what I will do here, while making a query, I will pass an input here having ID is equal to either 1 or 2 or 3. Let's suppose here, what is the 3 value of the 3? 3 value of the 3 is what? Hello. So now let's run. So now what we are doing, we are avoiding the hard coding in the SQL section. Okay, so we can debug this program, put a debug point here, go to the debug section. So either we can run from the terminal or from the debug. What we can see, what is the input coming here? ID is equal to 3. We are getting the connection. Now you can see the results. Okay, there is one result is there. You can visualize the result. Now next is what? Let read user by query. Okay, and again I am taking one input, expecting one input. Okay, so what I want to do in this program, instead of making a query by ID, now I will be putting a different condition. More than one condition can be there. Okay, so how to put that? So again, very simple. MySQL create connection db config, which we have reused here, and what we can do, const connection here, and connection dot connect async. So this returns what? Connection. It helps me to get the connection dot and async. We are releasing the connection here. We should always release the connection. Now what is the query we want to execute? SQL is equal to select all from user where ID is equal to, let's suppose there are more than one query, ID and email is equal to question mark. So this time we are putting more than one queries, more than one where condition, ID and email. So how to specify the values for that? Connection dot query same. The first parameter will be SQL, second parameter is the array. This is array. Initially it was in the first method it was empty. In the second method it takes only one dynamic placeholder, so we are passing only one value here. Since there is a two dynamic placeholder now, So we have to specify here two conditions, like to and hello dot, okay, to and hello at the rate gmail.com, whatever the email ID. But I don't want to hard code anything. Our data will be coming from the input, so I will be writing here what input dot id and input dot email. Okay, so this id will be a dynamic placeholder for this id, and the second parameter will be placeholder for the email. Okay, now if you want to make it a query, what we have to do, read by query, and what we have to specify here, we have to specify at least a JSON that will be taking a one parameter one, and at least expecting two parameters, and email. What is the email we want to use here? Let's suppose I want to copy this hello@gmail.com, and now let's make a query here. Okay, so before that, let's complete this program. Let's wait for the result, and this will give us what? Results. What we can do here, print the result console.log results, or what we can do, we can also return the results. So returning become easy, and the programming become a little more cleaner with the promisification. So let's run this program. Join and debug Node.js. You can see the read by query method has been called this time, and we have passed two parameter id and email, whatever the things which we want to read, and you can see the results. Okay, results is undefined. Okay, why? I think there is some problem. Input dot id and input dot email. So let's run the program one more time. I can see what is the error here in the debug console. Input is not defined. Maybe the spelling mistake. INPUT input, or you can see here I made a mistake, input.id. Okay, so let's run the program one more time. Now you can see the results. So what we have done in this episode, we have read the user all. We have read all the user. We have created a separate method to read all the user, to read a user by ID, and what we have also done, read the user by query. And at the end, what we can do, we can export all these methods as a functionality that we can reuse again and again. Read user by ID and read user by query, so that this method can be reused in our main program. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.